Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Long time no see. It's been, how many weeks has it been since we've been here? We've been here 5 or 6 weeks. I think it's 6. I'll have to double check that. Hopefully you can hear me. It's really windy today. We're due very soon to, for the next few hours to have some really high winds. So I've probably chosen completely the wrong day to film this, but this is the time I've got. So we've just got to make it work somehow. So it's been really hectic at work and other things have been going on, so it's been really tricky to try and film. But today we have managed to rejig things, so we've got a bit of time back here on the homestead. I want to show you a couple of things I've been doing. So obviously when we moved, we had loads and loads of boxes, and so I've reused the boxes on the garden, and I'll explain to you what I did in the Charles Dowding method of putting the boxes and putting some compost on. But I'll explain that to you. I've got my cup of tea, which has gone cold because it's pretty windy, although it's quite mild. We've had probably, well, I don't know if it was one of the wettest Decembers, but it was an incredibly wet December, and now we've had an incredibly dry January. Not the dry January drink-wise, but dry weather-wise. And this the wind. I'm standing right in front of the bonfire pile and the wind has just blown all the ash. I think some's gone in my tea. Okay, where was I? I was just about to tell you, so it's been dry. It's been a really dry January. The soil here, we are heavy clay, so it's really good that it holds on to all the nutrients, but it's less good when we have lots of rain because it gets so compacted and doesn't drain very well. It's sort of a double-edged sword, I think the saying goes, isn't it? Let's get over and I'll show you some of the work we've been doing. Cup of tea first, and just, in fact it's really cold. I can drink a cold cup of tea, but not this cold. So I'm just going to spin you around and show you some of the work we've been doing. So this patch over here, as you can see, there's a compost bin here, that was here already, and this whole area was a fruit cage. So this area, as you can see, we've got various fruit bushes. Now this was really high in a fruit cage. It was really tall, but it was absolutely covered with nettles and brambles and thistles. What else was here? Dock, you name it, it was all here. So we spent, well actually my son and a friend mostly cleared all of this, and then all the boxes from moving we've subsequently put down to try and stop those weeds coming up. And there was another area over at another part of the garden where there was an old chicken shed and chicken run and compost bins, so we're gradually emptying those and putting those on here. So that's fantastic that we've got all of that. We're not sure what to do with these fruit bushes. Looking at them, in fact this one, it's looking pretty, they look pretty diseased actually, these two. In fact, yeah, I think we're going to take some of them out, possibly a lot of them out. I took loads of cuttings in the past couple of years. I've been taking loads of cuttings from my allotment, so I've got a whole stack ready to come over. So I think the plan is, this is going to be the vegetable garden for this year. It's the only area we've managed to clear, and it gets the sun it gets the sun mostly. So I think this will be the vegetable garden. I say I think, I'm thinking as I'm talking to you. I'm hoping you can hear me above the wind. So yeah, in the field next to me and behind me there's ponies. And there's an area that the farmer had cleared, and that was really high of brambles and nettles. And even though it's been cleared, they are all going to sort of encroach into the garden. So we really need to keep on top of that. But yeah, I think we're going to head over to the next section, and I'm just going to show you where all the lovely compost and wood chip and whatnot has come from. It's getting really, really windy. I'm just looking at trees and things, just checking there's no flying debris about to come my way. Okay, let's head on to the next bit. And I'm going to take you to the section where all that soil is coming from. Okay, so this section, as you can see, is obviously full of lots of lovely compost and wood chip and whatnot. There were a couple of compost bins here that were dilapidated and falling down, so we've dismantled those and we're moving all of this soil here because this is an area that needs a bit of work. We had a chicken shed here that was completely rotten, so we've been clearing all of that for the time being. This is so south is over there, so here is in the shade most of the day, so we're not quite sure what to do, but we just feel we need to clear it at the moment. So all this lovely soil is going to go over onto those cardboard beds, and just behind you, if you follow me around here, we have inherited a greenhouse. Now it looks a really solid greenhouse actually, not really, ideally not in the best place as it's got the shade from all of these trees here. However, I think it will do for a sort of potting greenhouse, and there should be enough light in it for that. And again, we'll use some of that soil in there. So the plan for today is I'm going to give this a really good clean, and then I'm going to be shifting some of this over to those beds. Just don't know where to start. Cup of tea, I think. Okay, so here I am in the greenhouse about to start scrubbing. I've never actually cleaned a greenhouse before. Right, I'm just trying to work out how this is attached. Don't want to... Oh! What are we attached by? Oh, I see. Got a couple of brushes, I think. Let's just get started. In the bowl I've got some washing up liquid and a tiny bit of bleach. Okay, so it's actually pretty clean inside, it's mostly outside by the looks of it. There's quite a lot of moss collected. It's all coming up relatively easy actually. There's the brush. So, like I say, yeah, bits of moss have sort of gathered and grown. Try not to break the glass. It's going to take a while, isn't it? Perhaps some music? So, greenhouse finished. Took quite a while. There's some bits we couldn't quite get done, but we've done the majority of it. I've also filled in the beds with some of the compost from just behind you there. So all in all, a good afternoon. So just in case you're wondering, I've just burnt my fingers picking up a hot pan in the kitchen. So I've just done a bit of a Heath Robinson job of bandaging them just to keep them clean whilst I'm gardening. I'm not sure I'm going to get my gloves on top of these, so that may stop play for this afternoon. So let's get over it and show you what I've been doing over the other side of the garden. So I've just discovered something just down here, which is lovely. It's absolutely beautiful actually, but I don't know how this is going to survive with the children playing football. I'm going to spin you around so you can see. Just here, can you see these beautiful snowdrops? Okay, and they're all the way in the grass. Now, just to show you what we've got here, just come round here. We've got this little circle of trees. They're actually, we think they're ash trees. It just needs chopping at the top. We just haven't got round to it. But all the way around the edge, there's a circle of snowdrops. How beautiful is that? Let's have a look over here. There's some more there, all just coming through. Now, the problem is my children like to play football. And I can see these getting ruined. So I think what we'll do is we will just enjoy them for this year. And then I'm going to dig them up whilst they're in the green, because that's when you're supposed to dig snowdrops up. Sorry, I'm just being asked to turn the cooker on. Now, 1 second. I'll be there in a moment. So I'm back. Daughter was baking a cake and needed a bit of help. So yeah, as I was saying, what I'm going to do is dig all of these up whilst they're in the green, and then find somewhere else to put them so that they're not ruined. I think actually I would quite like to put them underneath here in some way. This is really lovely. I really like this little circle that they've made. I'm trying to sort of decide what else I can do to it. I think the children will love it actually. Maybe we'll have something climbing up there as well, but we'll see what it looks like in the spring and the summer. But yeah, it's really lovely discovering all the lovely spring things, and that's the great thing about a new garden as well. All the lovely little things coming up. It's a whole new world of discovery. So, right, I am now going to get on with burrowing some of that soil over onto the cardboard. So let's get to it. One wheelbarrow down. So I'm just getting a few more boxes just to put on the edges. Oops. I'm trying to take as much of the tape off as possible. However, I'm not too worried because as the boxes decompose, then it separates quite naturally, and then you do find bits in, but it's quite easy just to fish it out as you're working the soil. So I'm not getting too worried about every last bit. I try and get, you know, the bits I can see. But these boxes, we could have given them back to the removal firm. However, and some of them we are going to, the extra strong ones, but most of them have been reused time and time again by the removal firm because they like to take them back and then they let other people use them. But the ones, because we did notice that quite a few of them were quite flimsy during the move, so we feel that it's perfectly justified now to put these on the soil. Now they've sort of been reused many times. So I'm just going to put some of these on. I've just got 2 more to do, and I'm going to get a couple more barrows, and then I'm going to do a different job because it's pretty hard work barrowing all of that stuff. Let's get on with moving these. This one's done already, and so's this one. So we've just finished this section. Well, not finished, but we've just got a fair bit of soil and compost and whatnot on here. I think we're going to have a break, and I think I might do something different. Yeah. Well, thank you once again for joining me here on the homestead. I hope to see you again soon, and yeah, join me for the next project. See you soon. Bye.